Donna, you'll be number 4. Blind Dog, I've got you in there also. You'll be number 5. Big Daddy Dave, you're in there. You'll be number 6. So those of you that I have named off, you need not register. Welcome to the Prep Net tonight. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
Res Dog.
Res Dog, one of these days I'll remember what state you're in, sir. Please go ahead with that.
Res Dog is on the reservation in Oklahoma. So you can't forget that from Res. Just remember Indian Territory, Oklahoma.
Copy that, Res Dog. Welcome in, sir. Welcome in. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
DC, Louisiana.
Hey, Red Bear, it's Oreo. I'll be on here, but I'll be monitoring, kind of like listening. So this is Oreo, Red Bear.
Copy that. We'll get you down, Oreo. Real quick, though, what state are you in, sir?
I'm over here in Tennessee, Red Bear.
Welcome in from Tennessee. We got you down monitoring only, Oreo. Thank you for joining us. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
Did you catch me, Red Bear? Just checking.
Oh boy, did you bring radio check with you, TC?
As long as everybody stays in line here, we'll save that for another time.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got you down earlier when you called out. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
Got JW from South Louisiana.
JW, sir, welcome in. Glad you're here. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net tonight? Please go ahead.
Okay, I'll be monitoring only.
Welcome in, Hawkeye. We'll put you down monitoring only. Can you let me know what state you're in, though, real quick, sir?
Louisiana.
Welcome in, sir. We've got you down monitoring only. If you do choose to key up at any time, you're welcome to, sir. Just to let you know that. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
Mac. I'm in Arizona.
Mac, welcome in. We got you down, sir. We got you down. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead. Okay, for those of you that did register, I'd like to welcome you all into the Prep Net. For those of you that have opted that you would like to monitor only, we will not call on you through the net. But if you do choose to key up at any time, you are more than welcome to. since you've chose to monitor only, and I'll break. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to Montana Jim. Montana Jim, welcome in, sir. Glad you're here.
Thank you, Red Bear, and everybody else who's checked in and who's listening out there. Sounds like a good group tonight. Anyway, let's get started. This first part is kind of long. Anyway, we're doing medical preparedness for preppers, part 2. And a disclaimer, please be aware that a series on medical preparedness may include topics of descriptions that some listeners may find uncomfortable. This presentation is for education and preparedness purposes only and not medical advice. We will not go into graphic detail, but we will mention topics and areas you may want to research further as part of your own preparedness planning. Medical procedures should only be performed by properly trained individuals operating within their level of knowledge, skill, and legal authority. In a real emergency, seek professional medical care whenever possible. Great. Now, in part 1, we discussed an introduction to medical preparedness and started the basic first aid supplies topic with organizing medical supplies. Let's continue with part 2 of the basic first aid supplies topic and start with bleeding control. Severe bleeding can kill a person in minutes. One of the most important preparedness skills is learning how to control major bleeding. Every prep should understand direct pressure, wound packing, pressure dressings, tourniquet use, recognizing internal bleeding, and recognizing shock. Trauma-focused supplies may include commercial tourniquets, hemostatic gauze, large trauma dressings, and chest seals. Great. Tourniquets save lives when used correctly. Modern trauma medicine strongly supports early tourniquet use for life-threatening extremity bleeding. Cheap counterfeit tourniquets are a serious problem. If possible, purchase quality equipment from reputable sources and train with the same equipment you plan to use. There are links in the video description for quality tourniquets. Cardiac emergencies remain one of the leading causes of death. CPR training is a valuable skill a person can learn. An automated external defibrillator, or AED, can dramatically, easy for me to say, put my teeth back in, can dramatically increase survival rates for certain cardiac arrests. AEDs are designed for ordinary people to use and provide voice instructions during operation. Break. For those families and preppers, the goal is not to buy the most advanced AED. The goal is to buy one that is a spouse, teenager, neighbor, or visitor can use correctly during a high-stress emergency. Prepare groups, churches, community centers, and large families may want to consider purchasing an AED if financially possible. And there are links in the video description to quality AEDs for families and preppers. Important skills include recognizing cardiac arrest, performing CPR, using an AED, recognizing heart attack symptoms, and understanding choking response procedures. Best actions save lives. Great. Airway emergencies are extremely dangerous. A person who cannot breathe may die within minutes. Basic preparedness should include understanding choking response, the recovery position, and rescue breathing basics. Additional supplies may include CPR masks, pocket masks, and pulse oximeters. Links to oximeters is how it's spelled, are in the video description. Little thing you put on the end of your finger. Carbon monoxide detectors are also important preparedness items whenever generators, heaters, or combustion devices are used. Injuries become much larger to manage during disasters. A broken ankle during winter or a severe cut during a storm may prevent a person from working, traveling, or even evacuating. Great. Preppers should understand splinting basics, stabilizing fractures, and treating sprains. Helpful supplies include SAM splints, electric wraps, slings, and crutches. Mobility injuries can rapidly reduce the effectiveness of an entire group. Burns are extremely common during emergencies because of fires, cooking accidents, generators, fuel handling, camp stoves, and improvised heating methods. Burns also carry a high risk of infection. Preparedness burn care may include burn gels, sterile non-stick dressings, clean water for cooling burns, pain control supplies, and extra bandaging materials. Great.
Oh, oh my God. Uh, hit your hammer, the hammer, hit your hand, common things, yeah. Come on. Stop it. Stop this. This is not a medical channel, okay? Take it where it needs to be. I rode on the ambulance service for 5 years. This is not where it needs to be.
Blind Dog, this is Red Bear. I'm the net control here also. We are running a net, and Jim is giving us information. Yes, this is where it needs to be, sir. We did let you know we are running a net here. We will give you a turn to speak. If you do not like what we are discussing right now, you are more than free to turn the channel, sir.
Well, I'm here, and I'd like to express my opinion.
Okay, I will be getting to you here very shortly when Jim is done giving the information, okay? So that's what a net is.
I appreciate, and I apologize, but I rode on the ambulance service, so, you know. Okay, I'll be on by. I'll be on camera.
Thank you very much, Blind Dog. Montana Jim, please continue, sir.
Roger that. And that's why we have the disclaimer at the beginning. This is not medical advice. And if something happens during a prepping thing, or not during a prepping, during an emergency, you will not have access to medical care. So you better know something or people are going to die. I'm sorry to say that. Let me break. People should understand the difference between minor and serious burns, dangers of infection, and fluid loss concerns. Large burns are medical emergencies. Long-term emergencies often shift from trauma problems to disease and infection problems. Respiratory illness, gastrointestinal illness, I'm surprised I could say that word. Contaminated water and poor sanitation can spread quickly. Preparedness supplies may include fever reducers, electrolyte replacement, antidiarrheal medication, cough medicines, and disinfectants. People should learn to diagnose dehydration, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and hypothermia. Simple sanitation measures may save more lives than advanced medical procedures, as we discussed our sanitation series. Break. I think I went away. Dental problems become surprisingly serious during long emergencies. A tooth infection can become life-threatening if untreated. Preparedness dental supplies may include temporary filling material, dental wax, clove oil, and dental pain relievers. Good dental hygiene is extremely important because prevention is far easier than treating dental disease during a disaster. Now, please watch the expanded presentation on our YouTube channel for a better understanding, and there is much more information there about a lot of this stuff on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@prepnet-talk2me. In fact, many of the lists provided here are expanded in the YouTube presentation. Next week, we'll continue with part 3 of the medical preparedness for preppers. If you have any questions about what we have discussed here or anything about prepping, please ask during the roundtable or send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line. I know this is not a fun subject, but I'm running out of things to talk about. Back to Red Bear.
Thank you very much, Jim. Really appreciate that. And as Jim said, he's running out of things to talk about. So if you have any ideas or tricks, tips, or anything that involves prepping and you would like to host, please go ahead and email us at prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. And go ahead and describe your thoughts, ideas, and how you would like to host the net and what you would like to present. Let me break real quick. All right, we're going to work our way down our list that we have tonight of everybody who registered. And we'll go ahead and hand it over to Donna in Montana. Hey, Donna, how you been the last week, dear? And what do you think of the information that Jim presented tonight? Do you have any thoughts or questions?
I've been doing pretty good, and I just have a comment. I've been looking into those devices that help with someone choking. You know, they look like a little plunger. So I've been doing some research on them, and it's kind of interesting. It might not be a bad idea to have one on hand.
See, now I've never even heard of anything like that. Do you have maybe the name of that device?
The one that I see advertised mostly is what is called LifeVac, LIFEVAC, and there's another one called Rescue Vac that has a 9.9 overall score.
Okay, copy that. I wrote that down. Thank you very much. I'm going to look into that. That's actually pretty interesting. Thank you for that, Donna. We're going to go ahead and continue down the list. We're going to hop on down to Blind Dog. Blind Dog, first off, I'm very sorry for interrupting you there, sir. We're going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you right now, and you can tell us what you think about the information Jim has presented and the mindset of prepping and being prepared for emergencies. Go ahead, Blind Dog. The mic is yours, sir.
Well, prepping in my lifetime, Mylar blankets, that was a miracle thing for me. You always had to have 4 or 5 of those. I can take 4 micro blankets and do a tarp, and I can maintain a 75-degree inside that tarp on that Marlowe blanket. But you know, it's hard to talk to a lot of y'all young people there. You got all that fancy equipment there going on. Uh, so, I didn't mean to step in and step on our toes. I just wanted to just jump in and give my opinion, and I'll be done with that. Blind dog, I'll be on site.
Hey, Blind Dog, it's all good. You just misunderstood what was going on here, but we went ahead and we got to you. We got to listen to what you had to say, and I'm glad you spoke up. So we're glad you did register for the net. We're thankful that you were here, sir. If you want to come back next week and participate again, you got an open invite. You're welcome back anytime, Blind Dog. Thank you very much. We're going to continue on to Big Daddy Dave in Missouri. Hey, Big Daddy Dave, what did you think of the net tonight, sir? And how was your last week here?
Oh, last week was pretty good here. Thanks for hosting this here, Red Bear, and I'm sure Blind Dog didn't mean anything by it, but just wanting to interject there. But yeah, thanks for hosting the net, and Montana Jim, thanks for that information, man. It's always valuable, and all of that is spot on. Great information. Oh, sorry, another radio going on. I would just encourage everybody to. There's so many classes that you can take with like the Red Cross, or sometimes maybe the hospitals hold, low cost or free classes for first aid or medical. And I'm sure Montana Jim would encourage that too, that, learning a little bit about it, or at least some first aid, is going to go so far for anybody. But yeah, great topic, great information there, Montana Jim, and just as like always, man, you do it so well. So I'll turn it back over to Red Bear on net control.
Thanks a lot, Big Daddy Dave, and glad the last week's been good for you there. And yeah, I've had to turn a few radios down as well tonight, including my Jerry rig there. But anyways, thank you. And Blind Dog didn't mean anything. He's all good. So he knows that. we appreciate Blind Dog being here. So we're going to keep moving on down. We're going to call on Res Dog there. Hey, Res Dog, welcome in. And you have any questions on the topics that Jim has presented, or what are your thoughts on that? And as well, how's been the last week, sir?
Yeah, okay, Red Bear. I just want to thank Montana Jim and you for putting this net on. This is a fantastic net. And Montana Jim doing all this research, I know that takes a lot of time and effort out of his day. So we sure appreciate it. And the topic, like he said, medical stuff is kind of boring, but it can save your life. So you got to pay attention for sure. I do have a pack that I have that has just a basic first aid kit, but I have taken like a wilderness first aid class, nothing real serious, just how to do basic stuff like tourniquets and use tree limbs to make a brace for your leg if it's broken and stuff like that. So it's all stuff you need to know. If you're out in the boonies, you'll be very thankful you took the time to listen to Montana Jim, that's for sure. And boy, I tell you, when you get into winter survival, let me reset. When you get into wintertime, hypothermia and stuff like that is a whole net on itself. How to keep yourself safe and protected there. And like Blind Dog was saying, those Mylar blankets are really lifesavers when they came out with those. But that's a whole nother net doing that type of stuff. So as far as prepping, that's the type of stuff. If you're basically out in the boonies, you have to know it. It is a boring subject when you're just on at home in the air condition and stuff like that. But very, very thankful. Montana Jim, I know you put a lot of research into that. It's not easy to come up with a subject like that. And it's a part 3. So you've really done a deep, deep dive there. So, and those choke things, yeah, I've been seeing those too. I think those are pretty handy to have on hand if someone's choking. It's like you said, it's kind of like a plunger thing. It automatically kind of sucks the object out. So that's probably a good thing to have. Let me reset. But anyhow, Red Bear and Montana Jim, thank you so much for doing the net. I'll turn it back over to net control. Everyone have a super week coming up here. End of the weekend. Everyone's ready to go back to work and stuff like that. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week out there. Back to you, Red Bear.
Hey, Res Doc, thanks a lot. Really appreciate that. Yes, sir, definitely. And that Mylar blanket is a really good idea, definitely. So, many, many uses for Mylar blankets. Anyways, just for any ham operators out there, Res Dog does also do a net himself, and when we get down to the announcements, Res Dog will speak on that for us. So, and I will say I've been to his nets, and I do really enjoy them. So those are very good nets as well. Let me break real quick here. But we're going to keep sneaking on down the list. We got TC in Louisiana. Hey, TC. How's the last week been going for you? And any questions, comments, or thoughts on tonight's topic, sir?
Yeah, I will say, first of all, it's good over here. It's hot, very hot. But yeah, I will say about tonight's topic. Just a second. Yeah, about tonight's topic that yeah, you want to prioritize humans, you know. So when you're working on the medical thing and you're studying, yeah, you want to learn how to get yourself and friends and family done first. But if you get caught up on that, and if you're in peak survival mode because the grid's down and stuff, you might want to get a hold of some few livestock animals. I mean, it can be something as small as a single chicken, because you're gonna need some protein, and it's not like you can just go to the store and get a chicken at Walmart or some beans. Beans would be pretty difficult to find depending on where you're at. But you're gonna need some meat, and like general things to know to save your livestock, like a small wound. You can't let that run off, because that could be devastating. And you don't want to lose all that meat, you know. So of course you want to first study how to save yourself and other humans, but after you get caught up with that, just some general things to know about it will save you a lot.
That's something I'm going to have to think a lot about. You're not asking.
Hey, Blind Dog, this is Red Bear. This is your second warning, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to get off the mic and let TC continue.
Blind Dog, I'll be standing by.
Thank you, Blind Dog. TC, please continue, sir.
Yeah, that was my last sentence. Yeah, you want to prioritize yourself, but when you get caught up with that, you're going to need some protein in your life. So, even general knowledge of caring for a single chicken will bring you somewhere.
Thank you very much, TC. Guys, just give everybody a heads up with TC as well. TC has presented here on the PrepNet. He has taught us how to make tallow soap. So over on our YouTube channel, we do have that net, and Jim and Donna have actually made this tallow soap. So go check out our YouTube channel, and if you want to look that up, the name of the YouTube channel is the @ that you would use in an email at prepnet-talk2me with the number 2 between talk and me. Let me drop the mic real quick here. All right, we're going to keep moving on down. Thank you very much, TC, once again. We're going to call on JW in Louisiana as well. Welcome in, JW. How was your last week here, sir? And any thoughts or questions on tonight's topic?
Well, I'm a blind dog, so I'm not going to leave this channel.
Blind dog, this is your 3rd warning, sir. I will remove you from the channel next time, sir. I called on JW. Please let JW speak.
I'll do that.
Yes, sir. Red Bear. Yeah, I heard Montana Jim talking about the tourniquets and stuff. That's all real important, and I agree with all that. And one thing we need to not overlook is some type of device to stuff in a bullet hole in a body. I mean, if somebody gets shot, I mean, you can take a woman's tampon and stick it in that hole and stop the bleeding. That's the main thing on a gunshot wound, is to stop the bleeding. And those are very simple to keep on hand. It's a good thing to have them within your prepper kit just for that instance. I know everybody's not going to be coming in contact with gunfire, but you never know. This crazy world we live in today, people shoot people for no reason at all. So just imagine whenever they're hungry and desperate. You just can imagine what could go on there. And also, one other thing to think about is water sanitation, to make sure you don't, I'm going to break. Make sure that when people get starving for water, they're apt to drink anything they come across. So one of those filtration devices, handheld in the pocket. You can drink right out of a mud hole with those, and at least have something in your body. But and another thing I was going to ask about was I see advertised on TV. These doctors come on TV and talk about this kit that you can get that's got prescription meds in it, and it kind of gives you a guide of how to use them and when to use them. I was wondering if that would be something that people could purchase to keep on hand for emergency reasons.
Thank you very much, JW. As far as that prescription kit, I haven't seen anything on that personally, but here when we get down to the bottom of the list, we do go back to Montana Jim there, so we'll give Montana Jim a chance to speak on that as well, since I cannot. I apologize for that. And the tampon, yeah, we just got done dealing with sanitation and dealing with a few embarrassing things there, as so we'll talk about this as well. That's not a bad idea, actually. So if I was to get shot and that's all you had, sir, I would be very happy if that's what saved my life. So that would be the point of it right there. Let me break real quick. But once again, JW, thanks for joining in on the net, and thank you for the information you presented as well. We're going to move on to Helly Mac in Arizona. Helly Mac, welcome in. First-time caller here for the net. Glad you're here, sir. What did you think of the net tonight, and do you have any comments or questions? And also, how was the last week for you, sir? Please go ahead, Helly Mac.
Sorry to interrupt, JW. Did you get your radios today?
Blind Dog, Please hold that for after the net. Right now, we just called on Helimac.
All right there, brother. I got you.
Helimac, please go ahead.
Hey, Red Bear, and Montana Jim. Thanks for including me in this. Giving me the opportunity to come in here. First time attending the net. I think the information is great. A couple things that I heard that I wanted to touch on. The tourniquet. I've actually needed to use a tourniquet in my career, and it saved my life. The one thing that I would suggest or stress is that if you're going to buy a tourniquet, learn how to use it on yourself, use it on somebody else, and get familiar with it, because when you need it in a life or death situation, you want to be kind of well versed in it, and it can make a difference, that's for sure.
Well, Helimac, I'm definitely going to have to agree with you. Don't go out and buy a tourniquet thinking, okay, I've got a tourniquet, so now I'm prepared if I need to use one. No, you should practice. That is very true. You should learn that piece of equipment, learn how to use it on yourself, as you said, and on somebody else. There may be a point you might have to use that on yourself, unfortunately. So, yes, very important, Helimac. And thank you for joining the net. Open invite. You're welcome back anytime, sir. Let me break real quick.
I've got my crash bag.
Blind Dog, you're going to be removed from the channel. We're going to request you to just leave on your own now, sir, and have a good night.
Can I ask why, sir?
The reason why is we're running a net. We give everybody a turn to discuss what they would like to discuss. We have about 20 minutes left. The net will be over, and the channel will be open to use.
Understood. I guess Blind Dog's not welcome to express an opinion.
You are welcome to express your opinion, Blind Dog. We're all just taking turn right now. That's how this works, sir. So everybody who would like to get a chance to speak can.
Roger that. Blind Dog out.
Thank you very much, Blind Dog, and have a good night, sir. Okay, I want to check. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? If so, please go ahead.
Hey, Red Bear, I'm not sure if I got timed out or if it just got stepped in. I don't know where I got left off at.
Okay, I apologize, Helimac. Go ahead, sir. Please continue.
I'm not sure if you were talking about the suction devices the first lady had spoke about. Another one of those brands is called the D-Choker, and they sell them in different sizes, right? What I mean by different sizes would be an infant or an adult. I myself carry an infant because I have younger kids, but you never know. And that's just something kind of a peace of mind thing that we keep for ourselves, because you just never know. A candy can cause a real bad day.
Thank you, Helimac. And I wrote that down. I'm going to actually look into this dechoker as well. So I'm going to check out all three that were mentioned tonight. Very interesting, I think. I've never heard of anything like that. And I do have a little bit of medical training as well. Let me break real quick here. But at this time, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Montana Jim so that he can give his last thoughts and maybe answer a few questions here as well. Montana Jim, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, Red Bear, and thank everybody for the roundtable. This is actually half the point why we do this, is to get some stuff in there. And of course, when I'm putting these things together, sometimes I cannot put absolutely every possible thing that's there, because I'd be listing things off and it would just be a big, long, boring list of blah, 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 blah. But there is more information on the expanded presentation for a lot of this stuff. So anyway, let me go do a quick break and go through my notes here real quick, if it's okay. Okay, yeah, life back, what Donna talked about in the dechoker, and there was another one, and did I write it down? I probably didn't, because I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm an idiot. Anyway, there was another one. Yeah, I thought about putting that in. It's not a bad idea. And again, this gets people thinking, what other things for my situation could I do? Now, for those of you who are new, I'm in Montana, hence the name Montana Jim. A lot of stuff that you guys need to prepare for, I don't. So I'm not just giving you what gets prepared up here. I'm trying to give you every possibility, well, not every, but as many different possibilities to get you thinking, what plans do I need to make? So let me go down my list here, and let me break real quick. And Big Daddy, yes, encourage the first aid training. We are going to have two more parts to this, and we get into advanced trauma, and not only that, but trying to get people who have medical knowledge, like retired nurses, EMTs, even doctors in your group, to get you thinking about it, whether or not you can do it. If you can, great. If you can't, you can't. And so let me go back down here. And yes, Residog, the basic first aid kit. Yeah, I happen to carry the same first aid kit that we carry in the fire truck. And it's a big bag. So it has a lot of other things in it, because you just don't know what's going to happen. You know, so you need to have that. The wilderness training thing is just as good. And in the next couple of nets, we're going to talk about more advanced different trainings that you can do. Really good ideas. Let me break again. GC had a really good idea. Yeah, a lot of this medical stuff can save us, but it can save your animals. And if you're relying on the animals to provide something for you, whether it's milk or whether it's, the protein, the meat, or it's eggs or anything like that, yeah, you want to make sure that, if a fox or something gets in and tears one of them up, you might have a chance to do it. They actually have training things where you'll use chicken breast to actually learn how to suture. So all of these things, think about, do you want to do them? Do they have the priority? Et cetera, et cetera. And let me break again. And JW talked about the bullet hole tampon thing. Yep. And after going through the sanitary thing, which was uncomfortable creating, let alone talking about, I didn't want to put anything about that, but that actually is in my supply. Not only the tampons, but the pads. They are an extremely good blood soaking, used for packing, for bleed control. They are sanitized, so that's a big and cheap thing to have a bunch on the shelf, in your bag, etc. And that actually comes under bleeding control. So, and then break again. and Red Bear mentioned it, but JW had talked about the water sanitation. Yeah, we had a long series on sanitation, which did end up going into to water. Yeah, we talked about those straws. We also talked about chlorine generators that you can create a sanitation or disinfectant chlorine solution from normal table salt. And I have a bunch, but I just ordered one that somebody brought up called H2Go, and a little handheld thing. Unbelievable little things. Yeah, I definitely need to think about that. And he also brought up those antibiotic kits. And for the life of me, I see the commercial on TV, but I can't remember the name. That's not a bad idea, too. Part of the thing, medical, will probably say you need to have extras of your medications. And I think I'm going to break one more time. Yeah, down to Healing Mech. Yeah. On the tourniquet thing, absolutely. You can't, anything, medical, a radio, whatever prepping has to do, don't just buy equipment. If you get the equipment, you better learn how to use it. And I don't mean do it once. It needs to become second nature. In the fire service, we call a lot of our training is muscle memory. We don't want you to think about a lot of the stuff you're going to do. You need to know how to do it without even thinking about it. If you have to think about it, you're going to pause. Time kills, and you might make a wrong decision. So yeah, absolutely, not only on the tourniquet, but almost anything that you would go by. Even that water thing that makes the chlorine out of salt. Don't just buy it. Okay, I got it, and throw it in a drawer. You need to actually use it so you become familiar with it. And I'm going to encourage everybody. I'm going to beat the dead horse, and I'm going to break. Watch our expanded presentation. There are things I cannot get across over the radio. There are visual things. And the expanded presentations have a lot of visuals. They also have extra information that just isn't going to work with me blabbing on the radio. So I really encourage you to go to our YouTube channel and watch the expanded presentation, not only of this net, but all of them. I think there are about 70 videos up there on various things that we have discussed. And there's a lot more information. So I really, really encourage you to go there and watch those. I think I threw ranting because I can't see anything else on my notes. I'll send it back to Net Control.
Thank you very much for that, Jim. Thank you very much. So what we'll do here now is we'll go ahead and open it up. Is there any announcements? If you have an announcement at this time, please go ahead.
Hey, Red Bear, this is JW. Can I make one more comment on this topic? I know we talked about, the medical stuff. A lot of people have now the electronic blood pressure monitoring things and all that. But what they got to keep in mind is if they don't keep those in a Faraday box, an EMP can make those things inoperable. So they need to have a manual type pressure cuff, manual type device, and know how to take a blood pressure manually. That's very important sometimes.
That's very true. Not a bad idea. Definitely own a manual blood pressure cuff as well as know how to use it. So that is very true. Thank you very much, JW. At this time, do we have any announcements? If so, please go ahead.
Hey, TC here. I'd like to hop on and share some information about my quiz bowl night. I did it last night for the third time. There was quite the crowd. Thank y'all if you showed up. But if you didn't, we're doing it again next month on September 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Channel 28, the event channel on this platform, PRS Talk to Me. It's going to be general range trivia. We sometimes have prizes, and it's a big old get-together. and we find out who's the smartest. So again, September 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Channel 28, the Events Channel. On this platform, talk to me. Over.
Thank you very much, TC. Really appreciate that. And I know everybody's really enjoying that quiz bowl that you do. Do we have any other announcements? If so, please go ahead. Res Dog, sir, are you still with us?
Yes, go ahead, Red Bear.
You want to go ahead and let us know about your net as well, sir?
Okay, very good. Thank you. Yeah, for the amateur, the ham operators there on the Talk2Me POC side, I have a net called the Res Chat Net Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central Time. You can get it going through 11 cats on POC on channel Test 2. So Test 2. We're very fortunate and very happy. Talk2Me is getting these ham conferences from EchoLink and All Star up there. Basically, it's a net. We do a Native American history on this day in Native American history. My son Hunter is a ham operator, and he reads on this day in Native American history. So you get to learn a little bit of history, talk about your day. Our net controller is usually Virgil, and he'll have a presentation on like herbal plants and the uses for them. Let me reset. So it's a pretty good net. We have a lot of fun. I appreciate Red Bear and Montana Jim coming in there and checking in on that net as well. But the fortunate thing is I am so excited you can get to my net through POC, Talk2Me Radio, which is fantastic. Once again, it's on the ham network side on Test Channel 2. And that's the 11 Cats conference network that is connected to that channel. So you'll be able to receive my net through POC Talk2Me Radio. I'm just so excited about that. Anyways, thanks, Red Bear. Back to you.
Copy that. Thank you very much, Res Dog. Unfortunately, this Thursday night, I will not be there. I'm going to be attending the local ham club's once a month meeting, so I apologize. I'll be there in spirit, though. I really wish I could be there this week. Thank you for that announcement, though. Real quick check. Do we have any other announcements? If so, please go ahead. Okay, guys, real quick, I'll make a quick announcement. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, again on Channel 6, the Ham and GMRS channel here on Talk2Me, I will be hosting another net. This will be the Radio Shed net live from the Bear Cave. I'm going to invite everybody to come on over to that tomorrow night. It's kind of a rag chew style net. We all just hang out, talk about whatever we want to do with radio. So please come check that out. Again, that'll be Channel 6 tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, the same time that this net started. Let me break real quick. All right, now that we got the announcements out of the way, we'll go ahead and shut this net down. We'll say 73 to everybody. And come on back, check us out again next week if you would. At this time, we're going to go ahead and turn the channel back over to regular operations. And Blind Dog, I apologize, sir, if you're still out there and you would like to talk now. The channel's back working normal. Our net is officially over.
Red Bear, comment, please.
Yes, sir, Big Daddy Dave. Please go ahead.
Hey, I was just going to let everybody know there's going to be a net. It's all for all the ham radio guys. You can tune YSF. I think you can get there on different areas, but I think YSF, it's W9
ILS, be Whiskey 9, India, Lima, Sierra. Our good friend Jim over on the Hamlink side, his call sign is N9ISU. He's holding his net here at 8 o'clock. Looks like, I think it's here in just a little bit, be 8 o'clock, what is that, Eastern maybe? So anyway, you might check it out if you want. So
Thanks a lot for that information, Big Daddy Dave. Really appreciate that.